It is an ordinary Tuesday morning. A man wakes up, reaches for his phone. Face ID unlocks it in 0.3 seconds. He checks the weather, scrolls his feed, orders a coffee through an app. He drives to work, phone mounted on the dashboard, GPS routing him through traffic. By the time he sits at his desk, it has been 47 minutes. In those 47 minutes, at least 23 separate systems have logged data about him. His location, his face, his voice, his spending, his browsing habits, his heart rate from his smartwatch, the route he drove, the building he entered. He didn't consent to most of it. He doesn't even know it happened. This is the world we already live in. The phrase AI surveillance state sounds like something from a dystopian novel, but it isn't a single system or a single government program. It is the combined effect of thousands of technologies, many of them completely legal, many of them things we use every day, working together to produce something none of us fully authorized. Here is what the AI surveillance state actually consists of: facial recognition cameras in public spaces, biometric data collected at airports, banks, and border crossings, predictive behavior algorithms run by insurance companies, retailers, and employers, location tracking embedded in every smartphone and connected device, social media platforms that analyze not just what you post, but how long you pause on a photo, which words you type and then delete, and which profiles you view without interacting with. Individually, each of these systems seems manageable. Together, they form something else entirely: a detailed real-time map of your life. Let's talk about what these systems can actually do, because the technology has moved far faster than the public debate around it. Facial recognition AI can now identify a person in a crowd of thousands in real time, even if they are partially obscured, wearing a hat, or at an angle from the camera. It doesn't require your consent. It doesn't require your knowledge. It just needs your face. Voice recognition has advanced to the point where AI can not only identify who you are from your voice, it can detect your emotional state. Are you stressed, lying, afraid? The algorithm may know before you've finished your sentence. Biometric systems, fingerprints, iris scans, vein patterns are increasingly used not just at security checkpoints, but in schools, office buildings, and even supermarkets. And then there is gait analysis, perhaps the most unsettling technology you've never heard of. AI can now identify you, with high accuracy, simply by the way you walk, the rhythm of your stride, the way you hold your shoulders. Even if your face is hidden, even if you're wearing a disguise, your walk may give you away. These are not theoretical capabilities. They are deployed today. Here's the thing that most people miss. The real power of the AI surveillance state isn't any single technology. It is what happens when all of these systems share data. This is what experts call data fusion. Your GPS knows where you go. Your bank knows what you buy. Your social media knows what you think about. Your streaming platform knows what you watch at midnight when you can't sleep. Your health app knows your heart rate, your sleep pattern, your menstrual cycle. Your smart home knows when you are awake and when you are home alone. Separately, each of these data streams seems harmless, but when they are fused together, combined by an AI system capable of processing millions of data points simultaneously, they produce something that no human analyst ever could: a complete, dynamic, real-time profile of who you are. Not just who you claim to be, who you actually are. Your habits, your fears, your relationships, your politics, your vulnerabilities. And once that profile exists, the question isn't just who has it. The question is, what will they do with it? Here is the uncomfortable truth at the heart of all of this. We didn't just allow the surveillance state to happen to us. In many ways, we built it for ourselves, because none of these systems were introduced as surveillance systems. They were introduced as conveniences. Unlock your phone with your face. Faster, easier, no PIN required. Pay with a tap. No wallet needed. Have a smart doorbell. See who's at the door from anywhere in the world. Use a voice assistant. Just speak and it happens. Get personalized recommendations. The algorithm knows what you'll love before you do. Every one of these features is genuinely useful. Every one of these features required data to work. And every one of these features created a new thread in the invisible net that now surrounds you. The surveillance state didn't arrive through government mandate or corporate conspiracy. It arrived through the terms and conditions we didn't read, the permissions we clicked allow on, and the conveniences that were simply too useful to refuse. This is what makes it so difficult to push back against, because the cage was built one comfortable feature at a time. To understand where AI surveillance can lead, there is no better case study than China. China has built the most advanced AI surveillance infrastructure in human history. More than 700 million cameras are estimated to be deployed across the country, one for roughly every 2 citizens. In major cities, the density is far higher. The system doesn't just watch, it identifies, tracks, scores, and responds automatically. The social credit system, introduced as a way to build financial trust and reduce fraud, has evolved into something far broader. Citizens are assigned scores based on their behavior. Pay your bills on time? Points. Donate to charity? Points. But jaywalk? Points deducted. Associate with someone who has a low score? Points deducted. Post content online that authorities flag as misleading? Points deducted. And the consequences of a low score are real and immediate. You may be blocked from buying plane tickets, banned from enrolling your children in certain schools, refused a bank loan, publicly named on an untrustworthy persons list. In some cities, your face can appear on a public billboard as a warning to others. The system didn't begin as a punishment mechanism. It was introduced as a tool for social improvement. That is the lesson. Technologies introduced for one purpose rarely stay limited to that purpose. And once the infrastructure exists, the question of how it is used becomes a question of who holds power. When people imagine surveillance, they picture governments. But in the democratic world, the most detailed behavioral profiles of ordinary citizens are not held by intelligence agencies. They are held by corporations. Google knows every question you've ever been afraid to ask out loud. Every symptom you searched at 3 a.m. Every location you drove past and never mentioned to anyone. Amazon knows what you buy. But it also knows what you almost bought, and what you put in your cart and removed. It knows your household size, your income bracket, your health concerns, your relationship status, all inferred from purchase patterns. Meta, Facebook, and Instagram knows not just what you post. It knows how long you stared at a photo before scrolling past, which profiles you visit without liking anything, what you type and then delete before hitting send. Spotify knows your emotional state across time. Your music choices correlate with mood data more accurately than self-reported surveys. Netflix knows your political leanings, your relationship status, and your anxiety levels, all from your viewing patterns. None of this requires a warrant. None of it requires your explicit consent beyond a terms of service document that legal scholars estimate would take the average person 76 working days per year to read fully. The surveillance economy is not a conspiracy. It is a business model, and it is extraordinarily profitable. Perhaps the most consequential development in AI surveillance is not watching what people do. It is predicting what they will do. This is not science fiction. Predictive AI systems are already deployed across multiple industries and institutions. Insurance companies use AI to predict the likelihood that you will file a claim and adjust your premiums accordingly, based not on what you have done, but on what the algorithm thinks you will do. Law enforcement agencies in several countries use predictive policing software to identify which neighborhoods, and in some cases, which individuals, are statistically likely to be involved in crime. Officers are then dispatched proactively. Financial institutions flag accounts for fraud review based on behavioral patterns, not evidence of wrongdoing, but deviation from predicted norms. Hiring algorithms screen out candidates before a human ever reviews their resume, based on patterns the AI associates with underperformance, even if those patterns have nothing to do with the job. And here is where it becomes genuinely frightening. These systems are not always right. Algorithms trained on historical data often encode historical biases. Studies have shown predictive policing systems flag Black and minority communities at disproportionate rates. Facial recognition misidentifies darker-skinned faces at significantly higher error rates. And when an algorithm decides you are a risk, there is often no appeal, no explanation, and no human you can speak to. The machine decided. The decision stands. The natural response when watching a video like this is to say, "Well, I don't live in China." And that is true. Democratic societies have legal protections, oversight mechanisms, and free press that authoritarian states do not. But let's be precise about how different we actually are. London has more CCTV cameras per capita than any Chinese city outside of Xinjiang. The United States NSA, revealed by Edward Snowden in 2013, was collecting bulk metadata on virtually every American phone call. The EU's General Data Protection Regulation represents serious progress, but compliance has been inconsistent and enforcement has lagged. The difference between democracies and authoritarian states in surveillance is largely a difference in who holds the data, what legal constraints exist on using it, and what accountability mechanisms apply. Those differences matter enormously. They are not to be dismissed. But they are not permanent guarantees. They are legal and political constructs, and legal and political constructs can change with an election, a crisis, or a national security emergency. The infrastructure, once built, is available to whoever next holds power. That is the risk that democratic societies have not yet fully reckoned with. At this point, it would be easy to feel that the situation is hopeless, that privacy is simply gone and nothing can be done. That is not quite right. At the individual level, there are meaningful steps you can take, not because they will solve the systemic problem. They won't. But because reclaiming even partial control over your digital life matters, both practically and as an act of conscious citizenship. Audit your phone permissions. Do your apps genuinely need access to your location, microphone, and contacts? Most do not. Use a VPN. It is not a perfect shield, but it meaningfully reduces passive data collection, especially on public networks. Consider privacy-focused alternatives. Search engines like DuckDuckGo do not build behavioral profiles. Browsers like Firefox or Brave block a significant amount of tracking by default. Turn off personalized advertising. Every major platform has a setting for this. It takes 5 minutes, and the platform no longer builds a behavioral profile linked to your identity. And be deliberate about smart devices in your home. Every device that listens, watches, or monitors, including smart TVs, smart doorbells, and voice assistants, is a potential data stream. But here is the most important thing. Individual action matters less than collective action. The most powerful tool against surveillance capitalism and unchecked government monitoring is informed democratic participation, voting for representatives who understand these issues, supporting journalists who investigate them, and demanding legislation with real teeth. We are at an inflection point. The decisions made in the next decade about AI, data, surveillance, and accountability will shape the societies our children inhabit. And many of those decisions are being made right now, often without public debate, often by private companies, often in the name of security or convenience. So let us end not with answers, but with the questions that matter most. Who owns the data generated by your life? You, or whoever built the platform you used to generate it. When an algorithm makes a consequential decision about you, your insurance premium, your job application, whether you are flagged as a security risk, do you have the right to know, to challenge it, to appeal to a human being? As AI systems become more capable of predicting behavior, where is the line between preventing harm and punishing people for things they haven't done? And finally, is a society where everything is visible to those in power, even in the name of safety, still a free society? These are not abstract questions. They are the architecture of the world being built around us. The AI surveillance state is not a finished thing. It is being built right now, through technical decisions, policy choices, corporate strategies, and the daily habits of billions of people who are, for the most part, not paying attention. But attention is the one resource the surveillance state cannot manufacture for itself. You are paying attention now. That is not nothing. The world being built around us is not inevitable. Every infrastructure was once just a proposal. Every norm was once a choice. Every law was written by someone who decided that certain things mattered enough to protect. The question of whether the AI age becomes one of unprecedented safety and efficiency, or one of unprecedented control and loss of freedom, is genuinely open, and it will be answered in part by people who understand what is actually at stake. Now you do. Share this video, talk about these ideas, and subscribe, because this is just the beginning of the conversation.